We go again, y'all. This came out in the Washington Post, January 3rd, 2018. Gym teacher accused of assaulting student who wouldn't stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Nobody has to stand for that. It's not mandatory. And this woman can be sued because it's not a law there's no mandatory law for standing for it. In fact, school children do not have to stand for the pledge. And I did go over that before in a previous video. It's not mandatory for children in school to stand for the pledge. So this teacher, she can be sued for what she did. It was a foolish move. And you're not going to force patriotism out of a person. And it's not patriotic. And far as I'm concerned, me just standing for a flag, that's patriotism, maybe to you, but that isn't to me. Okay. I'm not pledging to a flag. Okay. Well, I tell you what, America, when you stop oppressing my people and my people are not being mass incarcerated for some weed and all this remedial stuff that you're putting them in jail for, and when black people can get business loans at the same rate that these foreign immigrants come in, and you even out the playing field across the board, because it hasn't been equal since we've been here. Okay, we're still waiting for that to happen. Until you fix all this racism stuff that you started, then no, you don't come to us talking about a flag. And it's all this inequality going on in the country. No, don't come to us talking about no damn flag and pledging and all that stuff. No. A 20-year veteran teacher is accused of assaulting a middle school student who refused to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. The latest incident in which protest over the flag is devolved into apparent violence. It shouldn't lead to violence. This teacher should have kept their hands to themselves. The teacher, Karen Smith, who until recently taught physical education, so this is a school 20 miles outside of Denver. All right. And of course, she couldn't be reached for comment. But if you felt you did the right thing, then you wouldn't have to duck and dodge and hide. I'm going to go ahead and play this video.
A Boulder Valley teacher is being investigated for assaulting a student. Allegedly, the student refused to stand for the Pledge of the Allegiance. This happened at Angevine Middle School in Lafayette, which is where we find Jamie Larry tonight. Jamie, you've been looking into this story and the allegations, so what have you learned?
Well, we talked to parents here this afternoon waiting to pick their children up from school. A handful of them talked to me, but didn't want to go on camera. One woman said that her daughter knew Miss Smith as a strict teacher, but has never had any problems. Two other parents told me that they believe this story has been blown out of proportion. The middle school sent a letter home to parents last night notifying them that Miss Karen Smith had been placed on administrative leave and a substitute would be filling in. Karen Smith, Angevine's physical education teacher, is considered a veteran of the school district. She's worked for Boulder Valley for 20 years, but Thursday she was placed on paid administrative leave. In the letter home to parents, the school's principal, Mike Medina, said Smith was placed on leave following an incident at the school, but he couldn't elaborate. Lafayette police responded to the school around noon yesterday and confirmed it's investigating reports that a teacher assaulted a child who refused to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Angevine says it is working closely with the Lafayette Police Department on this investigation, and it couldn't comment further at this point in time. We'll continue to follow the story. No charges have been filed. That should be noted as well. Live in Lafayette, Jamie Leary covering Colorado First.
Okay. First of all, any teacher that put their hands on a student, and you know that's not your job, you should be terminated immediately. You shouldn't be around children at all. I don't care if you are a 20-year vet. If you put your hands on a child for something it's their right to do, then no, you should not have a teaching job at all. She needs to be terminated. I don't care how long she's been teaching. That don't make what she did right at all. And I wonder who this child is, because they sure won't show this child at all. All right, and these are just tweets out here, and I agree with this person that sent the tweet. Surviving in sweatpants, a teacher who puts her hands on a student should be fired. And I agree with that. There should be no exceptions. You don't have the right to force someone to stand for a flag. And let me just give you a little piece of advice. The more you keep trying to force this on people, the more people are going to resent it and not do it. What incentive are you giving people to do it by making demands to the point where you're getting physical about it? I'm not standing for the flag. Let me just make this known. I am not saluting a flag. I'm not standing for no anthem. I'm not going to acknowledge it. I'm not doing none of the above. Period. Okay? You have no right to put those demands on any child in this country. If you got a problem with what the child is doing, why not pick up the phone and call the parents? Picking on a kid, that's very cowardly. Shows no class, no discipline at all. Please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell twice, and also join me on Black Junction TV and blackspot.com. Peace, family.